All right, let's take a look here at container to container networking. So containers all in the same pod have the same IP address and the port space, and containers can communicate with each other via the local host via different ports. So to help this make a little bit more sense, I have a visualization here. So here we have a worker node, and pods run in worker nodes or nodes in general. And here you can see that we have an IP address, and so that is a dynamic IP address, meaning that if this pod is destroyed and it spins up a new one, then there will be a new IP address. And so down below we have multiple containers here, and all these containers are communicating on local host. So if you log into this container here and you were to localhost on port 3000, you would reach this container. And that's kind of the story there. So it's not too complicated in terms of the configuration. So here's a deployment file. And in the pod spec part of it, the spec part, if we go down below to the template and then into the containers, here you can see we are setting the container port. So see where it says port 80 here? That would pretty much be the same thing where we are setting it here on the container in the graphic. Obviously not the same port number, but that's the idea there. So hopefully that is pretty clear. Pods can, all the containers in a pod communicate on a local host, and you just access them via the ports.